All right, we're back broadcasting live here at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. We're joined today in the studio with former Flyer and current head coach of the St. Louis Blues, Craig Berube. We're just hanging out, talking sports, but every Sunday, Chief, we get to talk Phillies baseball, and we go on the mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliot Hero Campaign for Designated Drivers, a longtime partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, reminding you not to drink and drive, to always have a designated driver. Designated hitters win games. Designated drivers save lives. Take the Hero Pledge today at theherocampaign.org. And remember, to be a hero, be a designated driver. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in to the locker room, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. Good morning, T. Green.
Good morning, Billy. Glad to be on with you guys. Hello, Craig. How you doing, my friend?
Tommy, how are you, Beth? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So, Tommy, I said to Chief on the way in, I said, have you ever golfed with Tommy Green? Because Tommy takes his golf very seriously.
I never had the chance to golf with him. I was supposed to. Mike Anton, as Tommy knows, he brought him to Lookaway a few times. We just never hooked up. I wish we would have, but maybe we'll get together and play someday. It'd be great.
Oh, it would be awesome. I tell you what, golf is my way out now. Since I can't throw a baseball anymore, and I don't want to throw a baseball anymore. I play golf.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to skate anymore. I got to go on the ice and stand there and blow a whistle, but that's about it.
All right, Tommy Green. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies. Boy, I got to tell you, man.
You sure you really want to?
Well, I tell you what, I don't, but that's why we pay you. Listen, Tommy.
That might cost you more.
Hey, Tommy, my brother Bobby, I have a identical twin brother Bobby, as you know. And yesterday we had a huge fight because I said that Nick Castellanos, he's played great. Don't get me wrong. Nick Castellanos, and I'm not blaming him for anything. He's played really well in right field all season long. And even last year, he's made some great plays. But I thought he should have had that ball in right field the other day. What do you say?
You think the one that went off the wall?
Yeah. It was right by his glove.
No, that ball went off the top of the wall.
That's what my brother said. Tom, I have to fight you too.
Come down. That's why he hit it. That's why he hit him in the heel of the glove. You know, because I looked at it too. I said he didn't make a good effort at that, but that ball hit higher up on the wall than he could have got.
Yeah, see, I didn't think he
we're
made.
Talking about
yeah, but you just said you didn't think
the same play.
Yeah, we are. You said you didn't think he made a good effort. I didn't think he jumped. Is my point.
Well, he did, but that ball hit. It went high up on the wall. When you see it hit, he couldn't have reached it anyway. You know, he was like caught in between, I think, and it was just. It was just lucky to hit his glove. The one I thought should have been caught was the one in the first inning that Schwarber, that's the one.
Right.
He made an effort for it, but anybody else out there catches that ball.
And then Brandon Marsh, Tommy, Brandon Marsh, he misjudged the ball in center field in the same inning.
Yeah. So it's, the defense, we've talked about this over and over and over again. To take the strain off the offense and stuff like that, in baseball and any other sport, in any way, is through your defense. If your defense is solid, making the routine plays, making the routine catches, so to speak, or getting a good read, and not coming in on the ball over your head, stuff like that. I want to say sometimes it's hard to judge depending on the ball, but some of those balls, we're making too many of those mistakes over the course of the year that's costing us runs and chance to win ball games. We could have won that ball game the other day, even though we got down early. We come back in that ball game. They showed some fight, finally.
Listen,
it's
Tommy, I got to tell you, man, it's like yesterday, we're tied for last place with the stinking Washington Nationals. It's got to come to an end. Craig and I were talking earlier. This Phillies team is a good team, and even the Chief, you know what I mean?
It's not early anymore. It's not early anymore, Billy.
They got to get going, Tommy.
Yes, they do. They got to start playing sound, good baseball, and it starts where they're pitching. They got to start pitching. They take care of that. The offense will kind of be there. If we pitch and play solid defense, our offense is going to have a chance to win ball games just because we're not going to be that far out of anything where we can't score and, have a chance to win ball games. But, you look at everything, it's been a combo of everything. We haven't been scoring runs, and we hadn't been pitching. That's a bad combo.
So let me ask you two former professional players. At what point in the time is it the manager's fault that he's not getting these guys to play well?
It's always the coach's
fault. Seriously, what, right?
Well, I can't. The way I look at it as a player, and Craig he's a coach and stuff, but I was like, it's the player's got to go out there and play and hit ball, catch ball, see ball, and do what the things that needs to be done. The coach, if it writes the lineup around, he could change some stuff around. Should he move Schwarber up in the lineup? Should he put him back down and hit him 6th or 7th? That type of thing. Hit Marsh in front of him because you got some guys that are having pretty good years with so far. But it's trying to find the right formula. Still, overall, we got some guys underperforming, and guys we were counting on. So until they get going, and until we get some solid, steady pitching, they don't have to be great. It just has to be solid, and to give us a chance to win ball games. And that's bottom line. Keep us in ball games to give us a chance to win. So, that's all you can ask for.
In any sport, defense is really important to have because, it's hard to score runs. It's hard to score goals. It is.
Right.
You don't always consistently score runs or score goals.
Yeah, but they're averaging like 3.2, 3.8
your
runs
defense,
a game.
like you said, the pitching has got to come together. When that does, you're gonna win a lot more games. You're gonna win a lot more close games. You don't have to score so many runs to score or to win games. And that's the same in any sport. So that's very important. What Tommy said, your defense and your pitching.
All right, so let me ask you.
But the players got to start holding themselves accountable. And I always talk about leadership in all sports. The coach does have to hold players accountable, and he's got to move things around and change things if they're not going right. And that might be not playing a player as much or putting them in a different situation. But in the end, the leaders on the team got to take control of the team here and start stepping up and start pushing.
Yeah. There comes a point in time, it depends on what's going on in that clubhouse. I don't know how it is, because I'm not in the clubhouse. I know by experience our clubhouse, what happens if some of the leaders, I know we were fortunate to have had Darren and Crucky and those guys
Macho Row.
In our clubhouse, but if things started going awry, you got some guys that get a little complacent and, maybe satisfied with what they're doing, and not kind of trying to make the gains and stuff they're doing. It never made it to the coaches, they held each other accountable. We got people, there's got to be some self-checks. There got to be some teammates that check you. That's a good sign of a good team. They come to you. You have those talks about, hey, you can be better. Or you got that coach like I had John Vukovich that got on me. He said, no, you're better than that. I don't want to see you doing the crap, the young stuff that, especially the way they play the game today with all the look at me and the rah-rah crap. And, I love John Vukovich. He helped me grow up to be a man, because I was young, and he challenged me to be better, And that's what it takes. It's not that he says, I did it, I do it, I get on you because I love you.
Right.
And I care about you, and you're better than you're showing. So it's about, hey, let's get better together. Let's work at it, that type of thing, and it gives you some motivation. Maybe as long as you feel like you got a little motivation, sometimes that's all it takes a little bit, maybe for the light switch to go on, or, you start seeing the ball a little bit better as a hitter. Because you go through troubles at the plate, man. With the ball, you just don't pick it up. And when you don't pick up spin, you don't pick it up, you're not going to hit. Yeah.
Every Sunday morning, we go on the mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliot Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Let me ask you this, Chief. Is there such thing as a Super Bowl, World Series, Stanley Cup hangover? Like, when you guys won the Stanley Cup, the next year, what was it like? It's like the Phillies went all the way to the World Series last year. Are they having like a hangover maybe? Because this team's got talent.
Like you said, maybe a little complacent. You gotta get rid of that complacency. I think sometimes you need a kick in the butt, get going here. And I don't know who's going to do that.
Well, who's going to do that, Tommy Green?
I'm just saying, you can't get complacent. again, teams that win consistently and win multiple championships, it's leadership.
It's leadership.
Billy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got a couple guys, I think. I mean, just from afar, just looking with the way Bryce plays the game and what he's tried to do on the field when he's out there and the way he plays, you know, is that type of leader. He tries to lead by example by the way he plays the game. He plays hard. He tries to take that base. You know, he challenges the other team, sometimes to his detriment sometimes. But, you know, that's the way he plays the game. You know, and I think Schwarber's a good, by what I hear, is a good clubhouse guy and stuff like that. Now, is that going to dictate, you know, the people turning around and hit? Sometimes that's the game of baseball that the baseball guy said, here, you don't have to deal with this and try to play again. They're beat up right now with injuries to key guys. They were counting on, you know, especially in the rotation. You know, they were counting on one of those young kids being there with that type of arm that they had, and that kid's being hurt. I mean, it'd been a good to see that guy in the fourth or fifth spot back there helping to turn back over that line, that rotation to get to Nola and Wheeler that we count on so much about. You know, it just shows you how hard the game of baseball is when you got your two studs right there, you know, up at the top of the rotation that are scuffling from time. I mean, going having those peaks and valleys too much. You know, unless the little waves, they're having the big waves a little bit right now.
And today, Ranger Suarez is on the hill. He's 0-2, Tommy, with a 7.13 ERA.
He needs to turn it around.
I mean, he needs to turn it around, right, Danny?
I mean, it's got to happen.
Well, he did it last outing. If he has it remotely like he did his last outing, I'm good with that. He's on the right way. If he's remotely like he was last time out. He pitched, 7 innings? Yeah. I'm good with that.
So Tommy, you alluded to the fact that Topper moved Schwarber back up to the one hole the other day. He got a hit, but I mean, you got a guy batting 167, and we know that Schwarber can hit, but you know he's not producing. You can't put him in a one hole.
I mean, this is what they've always done, because when he does get hot, he can carry you. You know, I mean, as far as those, with that, he starts centering it up. He hits home runs in bunches, and that counts as runs. You know, and that's what they're hoping to happen.
Tommy Green, do you think the Phillies miss Rhys Hoskins?
Oh God, yeah. Okay. I do. I mean, anytime you got 30 home runs in the lineup, not there, you know, and he's a streaky hitter too. But anytime you know you're missing that, oh my God, you know, I mean, they missed that. You know. They missed that offensive side that he supplies. You know, I think he's a better average hitter than his career. You know, because when he goes and he's right and he goes the opposite way too, I mean, he's as good as anybody, because he starts hitting for a better average and he drives the ball. He starts hitting more home runs. You know, that's when you get your 30, 32, 33 home runs from him. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tommy Green, man, they got to get a W today. They did get themselves out of that last place tie with the Nationals yesterday, but we got to continue in the right direction. And because
you got to play solid baseball, Billy.
Like Chief said, this team's a good team. They're just not doing it on the field.
Yeah, we just got to finish getting healthy. Get some guys back, and then we got some guys step up to play to their ability. We need Turner to start turning that corner, and going the other way. Yeah. All
right, T. Green. Well, maybe one Sunday we're going to get you in the locker room here, hang out with us. But as always, we really appreciate your insight and look forward to a Phillies game this afternoon against the Washington Nationals. I guess the first pitch is at 1:35.
Do you really look forward to it?
I'm good. Yeah. Listen, I got to be honest with you. Wait a minute. You know what, Tommy? The other Friday night, I got in front of my TV. I was ready for baseball, and then they were down 7-0. I was pissed.
Hey, that's the game, Billy.
You ruined my Friday night, Tommy.
Were you more pissed when they were down 7-0 or when they tied it up just to lose 8-7?
Then I started clicking. As soon as I started clicking.
Oh, yeah, you start doing that, then you turn back around, and all of a sudden it's 7-7.
Yeah,
you know? It's not, as you know, it's not over to the big lady things, man. It's not over.
All right, Tommy Green. Listen, man, have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk to you next Sunday right here on the Mound in the locker room with Tommy Green.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
There he is. It's On the Mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, a longtime partner with the Philadelphia Phillies, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Designated hitters win games. Designated drivers save lives. Take the Hero Pledge today at herocampaign.org. And remember, to be a hero, be a designated driver. We'll remind people the first